Tracey Levy, Molly Stern, and Angela Levin are makeup artists for Apple TV Plus's The Morning Show, which is about the drama behind the scenes of a morning news show, kind of like the Today Show or Good Morning America. Well, first off, what is it like for the three of you to do makeup for a TV series that is about the making of a TV series?
I'll start by saying that it was a huge undertaking to think about, like, just doing people like us, and then the creating the on-camera looks are almost like a given, but it's creating people looking like regular people behind the scenes, which was, you know, something that you don't really think about when you're doing TV shows. A lot of the times you're not thinking about people like us, which it was fun. But I'll let the girls talk about how they created the looks for the ladies.
You know, for us, we all kind of do a little bit of everything. And the way we approach a show like The Morning Show really is we look at it as a story that needs to be told. And then within all the different departments, everybody takes on the responsibility of donating an element to the story that will create a proper picture of what the message is to be. So for us, I think we all looked at as many pictures as we could find of news people before and after makeup. We tried to get into their character to know, you know, of course, your status in life makes a big difference, but it's always a very, very welcome challenge. And we all collaborate with each other. We all, you know, see what the other one is doing, and we kind of make it look like it's all part of one story. And so we enjoyed it. And, you know, most of the projects we do always represent some kind of drama anyway. So, Molly?
Yeah, for Reese's character, we looked at a lot of more modern newscasters or online personalities and tried to sort of be inspired by what they were doing. And one of the things we went through with Reese's character was transitioning her from being a sort of small-time journalist to somebody who was kind of being redone for their on-camera debut on the morning show, which was, you know, prime time. So we wanted to find those nuanced differences between, you know, what is this small town kind of woman, what's her vibe versus when she comes to the big city and they put on the big lights on her, and how does her look change for that?
Yeah, not only is is the Reese Witherspoon character changing and her life is drastically changing over the course of the show, but we get to see everyone on the show at sort of various levels of their work and their lives. You have their professional lives on the set of the morning show, you know, these more glamorous formal events that they attend or throw, with a lot of characters participating in those, and then these more intimate personal scenes. So what's it like balancing that for each character and sort of the makeup approach to that?
I'll let the ladies explain, because I feel like you see more of their intimate moments than the rest of the characters.
With Jennifer, you know, we've all been working with our ladies for so long. So Jennifer and I have discussed the looks. And I think the biggest challenge is to really show a range. So you can absolutely tell now this is an event, and now she's waking up in the morning. So I said, you know, when we talked with Jennifer from the beginning, I told her, I said, you know, it's never a problem to make you look glamorous. We've done it a million times. Or to make you look pretty. We've done that a million times too. I said, I think we need to really emphasize on creating a range. So, which is sort of reality, really. And so that was fun. Red carpet is so easy because I've done it with her for about 17 years now. And also, you know, okay, why would you look this way for red carpet and then for the show itself? Because, you know, in both cases, she will be professionally prepared. And then comes the time where she just goes to work. And so that was it. That was basically it. Molly.
Yeah. Same kind of feelings on my side. Wanting to, I think the job of a makeup artist, especially, Reese, something that she has spoken about a lot as far as her role in this show, both as producer and as actor, is walking the fine line between reality, but also still giving people what they want out of their television show, which is seeing Reese and Jen kind of look amazing. So we wanted to get to as far over to like reality as we could for Reese, where she still, felt like she was presenting a great character for the show. So, there's always the real raw of real life that we all get to reserve for our humanness. And then we get to put forth the sort of movie star raw for a television show or film.
And it seems like it must be a help to have worked with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon over multiple projects and on multiple occasions, and sort of develop that rapport and sort of know them and what they want and what they need from you, and as makeup artists for this particular role. Like, how has that developed over time?
God, we've known each other for many years. You're looking also at the team of the morning of Big Little Lies, 2 seasons. And so us, as far as the beauty team, I think we've been together for a long time. We've also, all of us have done all of the girls. Tracey helped us out with Jen and with Reese, and Molly's done Jen before. I've done Reese as well many times. And so it's very comforting to know that you're in sort of a very safe environment and that everybody really love each other and support each other. Yeah.
Agreed.
It's nice having a team of people that you know and trust, and their work, and and everyone is collaborating and backing each other up. I love that about our teams.
Yeah.
And, one of the unique things about the morning show, and hopefully eventually won't be so unique, is how many women are not just in front of the camera as the main characters, but are behind the cameras. From the directors, the producers. Of course, Reese and Jennifer are also producers of the show. What is that set like to be on, and does it feel different, or is it something that you've had experience with, having a set with as much of a female authorial presence in terms of the production?
Molly, you want to go for it, or?
Yeah. Sure. Well, we are lucky enough, as we said a second ago, that we all worked on Big Little Lies season 1 and 2 as well. So I think that was probably our first experience of really this overwhelming female power and female energy, like looking everywhere, and it being everyone from Laura Dern to Meryl Streep to Reese. This was to Nicole Kidman. This was like a really amazing, powerful experience for all of us to have together. And then to come onto this show where the characters are leading in an even more powerful way was inspiring and exciting. And then the fact that there's female directors behind the camera. And I definitely think we all feel this amazing evolution of our work and being surrounded by so many impressive, talented women, from the producer seat, down to whatever, our PAs, people running base camp. We could definitely feel it. You could definitely feel the positive energy and the positive shift and the evolution that we've all seen being in this industry for over 20 years. There's been plenty of times where even the three of us might be one of the only women that's on set. So it's been a pretty formidable and exciting experience, having so many women around and so many women being lifted up into a more of a position of power.
And
Agreed.
and another great thing about the morning show is that as Apple TV Plus's flagship show, it has such ambitious scope, and like it feels almost like a feature film, or several feature films over the course of the season. How did it compare the experience compared to doing other TV shows in your careers?
Tracey, go for it.
It was more, I'm not someone who has ever really done episodic television. And so coming from Big Little Lies, season 1, where it was pretty much shot like a movie, and it felt still that way on season 2 of Big Little Lies. It still felt like we were shooting a movie because a lot of times we were doing blocks of episodes. And so it was, but on the morning show, because we had a lot of different directors, it was the first time that I've actually experienced an episodic show, because on the other show, Big Little Lies, it was one director. And so it was an episodic television show, but we did go back and forth a lot. And so it was, and because the crews were the same, we still had that flow of we're creating this entire project. We're not just creating these little tiny episodes. We're creating a whole. It's like an epic film, with 10 episodes, but it still felt like all one story to us. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we had all of the scripts pretty much. We knew what the arc of the story was. Where I think in other episodic TV shows, every week a script comes out, you're like, wait, what's happening? Whereas this, we knew what the arc of the story was going to be. We knew what the beginning, middle, and end of this, this season was going to be. So I think for a lot of us, it felt similar to other projects that we've worked on in the film or television department. It didn't have for me, it didn't have like a huge different feeling of what I've experienced before.
Yeah. What do you think, Angela?
Oh, yeah, the main difference really is that when we do those types of TV shows where they're actually, one story per season, and we do switch directors, so that sometimes comes with the majority of the crew is the same, but then your director is different, the DP, the cinematographer is different, and the first AD, who is sort of the person who tells us all what's going on and when it's going to be happening and all that. So it's kind of funny that sometimes, you'll start your day with doing one thing and then comes in a whole other. I mean, it's a small group of people, but they're kind of the people that we're the most sort of getting our information from, and then they're doing something a little bit different. The biggest challenge when you do that kind of stuff is that a lot of time there's a little difference in the look a little bit, and you just got to run back into your trailer and make the proper adjustments because they might be filming this bit of the scene today and the rest of it next week. And so you'll have to make sure it all looks the same. So, it's all pretty good. It really does, like Tracey said, it feels like just one big story, big movie that's been sliced, and we get to do bits and pieces of it within 6 months, as opposed to 2.5 months, which is what usually takes to film a movie. Yeah.
Was there any particular favorite episode that that the three of you thought was you were proudest of the work you were able to do on it? I keep thinking about all the Mitch's birthday party or all these grander kind of episodes. Did a lot go into that where it was
Oh my God! Well, yeah. I mean, Mitch's birthday party was so much fun to plan and to collaborate with, the costumes and the hairstylists and all the guest stars. I mean, Martin Short, he was so amazing. And, anytime that we had Steve, you know, was just, I just felt like it really, like, you know, changed the whole story, you know, because, you know, he has such a huge arc, you know, from being this beloved character to, you know, being, you know, the pariah that he turned into. And that show that we put on with those dancers, you know, there was tons of rehearsal, and you know, I had to, like, you know, create, you know, a specific look that then I had to have like 20 other makeup artists, like, you know, create and maintain on those ladies who had to, like, you know, keep dancing over and over and over and over for, you know, 2 days. And that kind of thing is just so much fun. So I love that. I love that episode.
Each episode, I mean, I agree with Tracey, and, you know, I always try to find the interesting thing in each episode and the little bit of a challenge. Some episodes are not hugely challenged, you know, makeup wise, but the performance is just incredible, and you really feel extremely fortunate to be able to watch this first row. Then there are the ones where the makeup, the hair, the costumes, and those are amazing too, because it makes it very cool for us and interesting. But they're all pretty fabulous, but I agree that is one of my favorites. And there's a couple other ones, but they're all great. What do you think, Molly?
Yeah, well, Reese isn't in that particular episode that you guys are talking about, but it is so amazing, and I love everything that you both did in that scene. Everybody looks so amazing. I mean, I think that my favorite episode is maybe the gala, where Jen's character announces that Reese's character is going to be her partner on air. I love getting the girls dressed up. Again, like Angela said, that's sort of, we can do that with our eyes closed, because that's the majority of our relationship with these women, have been getting them ready for events like that. And then I guess the only other thing I would say, which Angela already touched on, and for me, one of the most exciting and challenging parts is the continuity, which is so different than my freelance work, working on this type of a project where continuity really is king or queen in this case. That's a really fun challenge for me, of really matching my images and making sure that I'm honoring whatever scene has come before or has already been shot that comes after. That for me personally is kind of one of the more exciting challenges of working on a project like this.
Well, I want to congratulate the three of you on the morning show, and thank you so much for joining me today. And I know season 2 is kind of up in the air with everything that's going on, but fingers crossed to that eventually gets back into production at some point in the near future safely, and everyone will stay safe.
Yeah. Thank you.